Oh, I should have known.
Hello, Commander. The council you once knew is no more. Its membership have all sworn loyalty to the Advent administration.
As I heard.
With one exception. It is good to see you again. In the days since your capture, I have done all I can to aid the resistance from the inside. It was these resistance operatives that provided the intel leading to your recent extraction. As of now, resistance forces are currently somewhat disorganized.
Somewhat.
If we are to defeat Advent and their alien masters, you must change this before it is too late. What you are seeing are classified reports of missing civilians from across the world. Their numbers are growing. We suspect they have been taken to a nearby Advent black site, though its exact location remains unknown. Time is short, Commander.
Want me to find this?
To take charge of resistance operations throughout the world. Establish contact with the local cells and bring them into the fold. Find this black site and shut it down. Save our world. The clock is ticking. Good luck, Commander.
Looks like we better get started, Commander. I'll be on the bridge when you're ready.
Great.
Commander, our current position is here, just outside Resistance headquarters. When we're not on the move, this will serve as our home and our source of supplies. The Councilman has tracked the alien black site to this region. Unfortunately, we don't have its exact coordinates yet. If we're going to have any chance of finding this facility, we'll need to make contact with the local resistance cell nearby. Tygan has a theory about how we might reach out to them without getting the aliens' attention, but we'll need to give him time to conduct his research. We shouldn't wait too long on that, Commander. We have to start making contact with other regions soon if we're going to build a global resistance and take on Advent.
New objective added.
Make contact with the local resistance in the Black Site region in order to gain access to the Advent facility. So we need to research some communications with resistance members, fly to the region, and then make contact. A hefty order, and a little bit risky, but no risk, no reward, right?
Looks like you won't have time for that just yet, though. Remote reconnaissance may have found something not far from our current position.
Commander, after our recent success, members of the Resistance in South Africa have brought us reports of activity that we may want to investigate. Seems that there's some supplies that we can help ourselves to if we get there within the next week. Alright.
Avenger plotting new course.
Commander, while we're waiting for new missions or the completion of our research, we can pass time by scanning at sites like this one. On your order, we'll start our scans of the surrounding area.
The Resistance has detected activity of interest here. The Avenger scans the area. XCOM can investigate these reports. Alright.
I take it this was easier than your last procedure, Doctor.
Central, Commander. Yes, I find the process to be far less disconcerting when the subject has already expired. The results, however, it's best you see for yourself. My autopsy of the Advent captain has confirmed the existence of an implant, similar in design to the unit I extracted from the commander. But there are differences.
Besides the shape.
What kind of differences?
The data you see is being pulled directly from this Advent captain's implant. The sequence here is essentially you, Commander. Or at least the tactical information they were processing through your mind. As you can see, the data is nearly identical.
They were using you against us.
Yes, however, the Advent data shows signs of decay. Removing the commander from their network has likely caused significant damage.
Network.
Yes, what we're seeing here is a psionic network. These implants are capable of receiving and transmitting information, a great deal of information, somehow encoded in a stream of psionic energy. My working theory? Advent uses this network to augment the tactical readiness of its troops, as well as disseminate orders from its central command. Observe.
It's a colony.
Even in the subject's diminished condition, the implant continues to have an effect. A truly astonishing achievement.
Or a weakness.
Potentially. But I need direct access to their network to know for sure.
I'm guessing that won't be easy.
We'd need an active link. And that would mean hacking a live Advent officer.
Of
Like I
course.
said, not easy. Still, it's the best lead we've got. Your call, Commander.
Oh yeah. Capturing a
New
live
objective added.
officer. Not exactly the easiest thing in the world to do. I mean, we've had to capture a live specimen before in order to get information, on the aliens. Alright, so we still need to contact the Resistance in the Black Site region, but we also have to figure out a way to access the alien network. Use the Skulljack item on an Advent officer in combat to gain access to the alien communication network, so we have to get really close to one while they're still alive. Probably would put that in the efforts of a swordsman. And then a sub-objective is to construct a proving ground facility. I'm guessing that's a way to contain an officer. Oh no, the Proving Ground facility is a way to complete a project, the Skulljack project, so I need to build the Proving Ground in order to actually progress.
We're ready to move when you are, Commander. I've updated our objectives based on the latest information.
The Advent
officer.
captain seems to provide a means of stabilizing the link between the local subordinates and the Advent network tower itself.
Physically larger and more tactically capable than the subordinate troopers, the Advent officers administer a system of control over the troopers through a carefully engineered psionic link augmented with a mechanical implant. From my initial examination of the commander and a careful review of the information gathered in the alien containment area, I now have a theory as to how the system was established. It is my firm belief that this process of psionic control was specifically engineered to allow rapid deployment of tactical info drawn directly from the subconscious mind, in this case the mind of our very own commander. With this hierarchy in place, tactical knowledge stored in the depths of the commander's mind was processed and transmitted to the Advent officers, who in turn directed the troopers and other subordinates. So yeah, it's like a hive queen or something. With the commander no longer attached to their psionic network, it's difficult to say how the orders are being dispersed at this point, although I'm sure the aliens have planned for this potential contingency. I believe it may be possible to tap into this network. Yeah, we already figured this out. We've worked to develop a new device, the Skulljack, which should be capable of disabling an officer, from very simply a matter of hacking the officer in the field, although I won't speculate as to the outcome. So now I can build the Proving Ground, and I can also do an autopsy of the Advent troopers.
Commander, if we're going to try to build this Skulljack that Tygan came up with, we're going to need a specialized facility to test it out.
No kidding. You kind of figured that one out. An experimental workspace where Shen can test and produce new unique types of ammo, grenades, and armor, as well as other specialized items. So basically a glorified workshop. Alright, now we need to figure out what we have Tygan do. I think we should focus on resistance communications. That seems like a global thing. It's a way for us to unite the resistance and forge a global movement. And be able to do so while being secure and discreet. I don't want to be, like, grounded in the same spot, twiddling my thumbs. So, anything else in terms of research will have to wait. Let's have Taigen work on resistance communications. I think strategically, best move we can make right now.
I'll see that work begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
Alright, so we have our plan. We're gonna have to pass some time, but we'll figure it out. It'll be fun. Lots and
Aside
lots
from us
of
getting
fun.
the ship up and running, which was mostly Dr. Shen's work, I haven't felt particularly useful in a long time. I'm more than happy to leave the hard decisions to the commander.
Yeah, I'm sure, but anybody thought about how I felt? Nah, it's all good. I can make the decisions. We're gonna have to make a decision right now on what to do next. Alright, everybody, welcome back. Now we need to figure out what we're gonna do, because we have two different objective points: to access the alien
Most
network.
of our new recruits have never worked in close quarters like the Avenger. Before the war, we might have had time for training, but now they're gonna have to pick things up on the fly.
Yeah, exactly. These aren't my friends that you're talking about. And then also we have to contact the resistance in the Black Site region. Gotta figure out where we're going here. Going to the bridge. Right now we're focusing on getting the supplies here at the stadium. Oh, the alien debris was cleared. A new room is now available for constructing the facility. Alright, let's take a look. So it looks like we have a few different options here. We can focus on making a lab, which can help assist Taigen. Build a workshop. And we can focus on creating gremlin drones. Power relay, which from what it's looking like here, we have enough power to work with. An AWC gives us some benefits for our soldiers and also help them heal faster. And a tactics school. Let me take a look at what we need to do here again. You need a proving ground facility in order to create the Skulljack. Well, right now I want to focus on contacting the Resistance, so...
New orders, Commander?
Let's build a tactics school, a guerrilla tactics school.
We'll start work on the new facility right away, Commander. I'll send word when it's up and running.
Currently an unstaffed engineer who can assist in building the school. No, that's fine. I can wait. Let's start excavating the debris that's over here.
Do you ever regret
Multitasking.
leaving the city? You must miss some of it. The food, the warm beds.
Honestly, none of that really bothers me. What I miss the most is my equipment.
I hadn't thought about that. Advent probably had a pretty nice lab set up for you.
There was certainly no shortage of resources on their side.
Don't worry. I'm sure the commander will find something nice for you.
Yeah, way to put the pressure on me. I'm not looking to just appease to everybody, though. There's just some things that we need to focus on, period.
Strategic resource located.
This crumbling sports arena was abandoned after years spent serving as a makeshift field hospital. The overgrown stadium is littered with crates and decaying equipment buried under the brush. Dr. Tigan was able to identify several items which retained their scientific value despite the conditions.
Setting course.
Alright, let's
for the
return
South
back to...
African sector.
Yeah, let's return back to Resistance HQ. See if we can gain some new intel.
Although we have allies scattered in cities throughout the globe who are willing to share their knowledge of Advent's operations, the aliens are actively pursuing them. It will be up to you to ensure the safety of our operatives, Commander. Good luck.
There's a scientist that's available, and we can get some intel from them. Dr. Matteo Moretti. So, what they're asking us to do is to extract this scientist from the city. Alright. Alright, so we need to focus in on this. We still have some people who are healing up from the last exhibition. So Sukai, Destin, and Kick are both, all three of them are available. Martin is not going to be available still for another week, and Kappa is not going to be available for another 2 weeks. So we're fighting in a city, so I think having a sharpshooter would be beneficial to our task at hand. And Sukai, being a ranger, being a skilled ranger that she is, I think putting her on this mission will be tactically smart. I think Kyle, we're going to hold him back in favor of getting some training in on some of the rookies. Besides, they're feeling a little bit itchy to get in on the action, so who am I to argue against that? So, time, we're gonna have you go with Sukai and Destin. And why not have Dark come in as well? A complimentary red team right here, a red duo. So one of you needs to take the med kit though. Alright, Time, I'm gonna leave the med kit with you. Alright, so Sukai, Destin, Time, and Dark are all going to work together here to extract the VIP from Advent City. This is Operation Doomfort, and let's make it a go. Ironically enough, the former three
Ranger deployed.
outside of Dark are very familiar with each other on a personal level, so I think their synchronicity and camaraderie in this mission are going to be very evident.
spokesman gave us the location of a VIP stranded somewhere near our AO. He'd like us to secure the area, rendezvous with the target, and provide an escort out of there. I don't think the Resistance would ask if it wasn't important.
We're heading to an Advent security area in Bloemfontein. That's what it's called. See how this works out. Dark just looks all serious as always.
Menace 1-5, target coordinates incoming. Secure the VIP and proceed to the evac volume for extraction.
I'm not a fighter, but there are other ways I can
Advent
help.
already knows we're here, so your position isn't concealed for the extraction.
So we need to move. We don't have the element of surprise, so Destin, Time, Dark, and Sukai. The 4 of you, you have some work to do.